It's just playing smart, knowing that guys are going to try and be aggressive and trying to draw fouls early on, not trying to get quick ones, cheap ones, just try and stay between the man and the basket and just keep my arms up and just move my feet. Obviously, they got some skilled bigs that can take the ball 1-2 dribbles and get to the hole. So just staying disciplined, just doing the game plan is the biggest thing. Just understanding that they try and get to the foul line, it's a big part of their game, and just trying not to fall into that.
How important do you think it is for you guys to make sure you're switching, not just switching off screens, but make sure that you guys know where you are on defense, because it's not just one guy that can knock down threes. They got 4 guys that shoot it really well.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a tough task. It's going to take a lot of communication, a lot of just being locked in. But I think that we prepared ourselves all year for a challenge like this as far as different teams that we've played and different game plans. We've gone up against so many different styles that we had to pick up on the fly. So as long as our communication is there, as long as guys are locked in, we should be just fine.
How did you guys specifically prep for Wofford today in practice?
The big emphasis was just trying to take away their threes and just make them shoot tough twos, but nothing crazy outside of what we focus on for every game defensively, and that's just talk, communication, different schemes and things like that. So if we're locked in, engaged, we should have a good game defensively.
Until the last day or two, have you seen Wofford much or seen McGee much?
I've seen them a little bit as far as games that have come on TV, and obviously we watched film on their last game and kind of saw how effective they are and the way that they move the ball on offense. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a good challenge for us.
Did they remind you of any team that you played, the way they've got 2 or 3 guys shooting over 40% from 3?
I'd say Auburn's one of the closest teams as far as just guys that can put them up in different ways, as far as off the dribble, off the catch, and a team that really seeks out the three-point shot. I'd say that's just the closest thing that I can remember as far as the team that we've faced.
I know they've been in the NCAA tournament a few times, but I mean, growing up, how much were you even aware of them or a school called Wofford?
Quite a bit. I got a lot of guys from my high school that actually went to Wofford.
Okay.
Cameron Reynolds, Jamar Diggs.
Okay.
They actually started. They started there, and they kind of started a tradition as far as going to the tournament and winning big games there. So I've seen a lot of those too. Throughout the years in Minnesota, coming back for workouts, they always got their Wofford stuff. So there's definitely a Minnesota to Wofford connection. So I know a lot of guys that have passed through there throughout the years.
I was wondering how many guys could even place them on a map, like in this locker room.
I know it's in South Carolina. I know they say it's a great spot. So I don't know how many other guys know. I just know that I know quite a few people that went there.
Their coach said that he was trying to recruit your brother. I mean, how close did that kind of almost come to happening, do you think?
I'm not sure how close it was. I think my brother fell in love with Harvard pretty early on, but like I said, I've always seen Wofford and Minnesota Gym since I was a kid growing up. My high school coach and their coach had a great relationship, so I've seen him around. They were actually my first collegiate game at Stanford. Wofford came and played us out there, so it's kind of full circle in that sense. Yeah, they came out and played us at Stanford.
How'd you do? Not you, but Stanford.
We won. Yeah, so it's no, but I've seen the coach, I've seen the program. I got a lot of respect for what they do and a lot of the players that have came through there. So that's definitely going to be a good matchup.
That was before McGee, right?
Yeah, I think it was a year before he got there. Yeah.
What do you think of McGee? How he goes about it? How good is he? I haven't seen him play.
It's impressive. I mean, just the film that I've seen as far as the way he contort his body and hit shots. He doesn't get open looks because obviously his reputation follows him as far as a great shooter. There's always a hand on him, always somebody in his space, and he's still able to knock down shots at a high level and put up a lot and really put them on runs. So it's impressive. It's definitely going to be a challenge for us defensively, one that we haven't faced all year as far as a deadly shooter like that. So just excited for it.